Man, you guys missed it. I had the sickest game against like a green-black elf deck, but I like forgot to hit the record button, and now I'm mulliganing like crazy. It was really cool, though. I did tons of shenanigans and just killed all my opponent's stuff and killed him. Made the synergies of the deck like feel really powerful, which was cool. And my opponent's taking forever. Perfect. Sand's obviously a little rough. I'm mulligan to 5. I do get to be on the play, which is kind of nice. So maybe I can kind of like build up some momentum in the beginning game and kind of run away with things. I think that's most likely to happen against I don't even know what. Something that doesn't play a lot of removal spells. Which isn't many things, unfortunately. The only deck that doesn't play a lot of removal spells where my hand would be good against is like green-white tokens. But I have to worry about them gumming up the air with Avacyn or having a bunch of planeswalkers that I need to slog through. So I don't know what I am hoping that I'm facing. Any kind of black-based removal, I just like kill my first 2 guys and then I'll do nothing for a long time. That's probably what I'm up against. It's just gonna be bad. My opponent has some sort of draw where he just like, do I want to kill that? Well, I wasn't going to kill like that Olivia, but since I have something to do with my mana, I think I'm just going to kill it. This is a nice little thing. I get to cast 2 spells on this turn. It's like exactly what I need to do if I want to try to get them. I am very concerned about Languish, obviously. Like, Olivia might help me rebuild a little bit, but might have actually been better to play the Olivia that turn, simply so that because I'd have a lot more damage coming out on this turn and I could still kill it. But denying him the loot seems valuable, and holding my Olivia back to deal with like a sweeper is like potentially better. Like my opponent, Language is here, it's just a 2-for-1. And then I can play the Olivia and maybe rebuild. So not what I was expecting. We're up against a different deck. Now I have to slog through this. So I think it's pretty important for me to just start attacking. Also, I would like to trade with this Haunted Dead. That's like perfect fodder for the emerge creatures. So I get to trade with my opponent's 4-drop and push some damage. And I'll deploy another creature. Because I'm not afraid of Languish as much now that I've seen this card. And if I could draw a Fiery Temper here, I think I could just kill my opponent. If for some reason it did nothing. Make me really happy if my opponent just played Read the Bones here. If my opponent casts Read the Bones, that would be real nice. This card's actually been like pretty impressive. There's a lot of flexibility. And what is my opponent thinking about? I wonder if he's in like a bad situation. Or if he just has a bunch of like really expensive spells in his hand. Seems like if he didn't have a clear plan as to what to do this turn, he like shouldn't have traded away his guy. Maybe he doesn't actually have a big emerge creature like Distended Mindbender. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. All right, we've got an island. That's step one. And I wonder what he could have. I'm just going to attack for 2 and see what happens. Using the Kolaghan's command to like deal 2 damage and get a creature back from the graveyard seems kind of nice. So, do I want to do anything about this 1/1? I don't think so. Okay, so that's going to be able to eat my Condemned. And this is a good time to use my mana. 5/6 is really big. And let's see, if I deal 2 damage, now he'll be at 8, down to 5. So I think I want to get this back and deal 2 damage to him. And this way I can potentially, next turn, I'll have the Heir of Falkenrath in my hand. I'll have, so I'll have these 2 in my hand plus a 3rd. So I'll be able to play the Heir of Falkenrath, discard one of the cards to give it +1/+1 haste, and discard another card to give it, to flip it. And actually, I guess with the Spirit, I won't actually have him dead. I'll have him pretty close, though. certainly be making headway. Man, flyers seem really good. That's kind of annoying. Oh, that's good. So, let's see. 1, 4. So if my opponent has nothing, I can kill him. I think I'm going to just try to kill him. He could discard both the cards in his hand to bring that thing back. So actually, maybe I don't want to do that. So I could force him to discard the 2 cards, and then all he would have is a 1/1. And he could use Liliana to like get one of the creatures of graveyard back, but that's like not okay. So I think I am actually going to just try to kill him, which won't actually kill him, but it'll put him to 4. So if I just attack, he might actually let me get through. So are we through blocks? Or are you gonna? There's no sense in blocking it. My opponent has 0 cards in hand. I can save my Fiery Temper for something that's a little more worthwhile. I do want to use it by the end of the turn, though, just in case I draw a red creature. So another Elder Deep Fiend's kind of nice. So maybe I should have killed this thing. Because now you can Elder Deep Fiend. Oh shoot, I was supposed to do it end of turn. LOL! Ooh, I'm bad. Well, that was a total punt. And there's not really any way to salvage. So I'll just concede. Alright. I was literally just saying how I need to make sure that I cast my spell before the end of the turn, and I just didn't. So if he's going to be tapping down all my stuff, the instant speed removal is kind of nice. I think Transgress is actually probably one of the best cards I have access to. even though it is sorcery. The Kolaghan's commands are a little weak, I think. Actually, I guess they kill the 2-mana guys before he can emerge them. Liliana doesn't seem like it does a whole lot. There's a few like X1s. Burn seems good. And I think that's all I really want. It is also insane that was a mulligan to 5. I guess I'll keep this. If I can draw a 2-drop, this hand's like actually kind of good. Because any of my 2-drops are going to allow me to discard this, and it's only 2 mana, so. Can we get a 2-drop? Ooh, my opponent's mulliganing too. Avacyn's Judgment's like pretty sweet mind sink. Oh, nice. So this hand's fine. I really want to draw some more lands, but you know, we're going to be okay. Here in the good old Swamp Mirror. Heir of Falkenrath is such a sweet card. I love how in the illustration there's like symbolism in the picture. Like she's got a bat kind of on her chest. She is like gonna basically turn into one. That's where she gets her flying powers. Sweet piece of artwork though. Oh, that's good. And I mean, these are aggressive creatures. 2 mana for a 3/2 flyer, and then 3 mana for a 4/4. That's like really good. That's like way better than any other deck is like curving out with. Two mana for a 3/2 flyer is like better than Sylvan Advocate. I wonder if my opponent's going to use any removal spells. Seems like he would have some number of Languish in his deck. Maybe even 4. So. Oh, well, that is not going to do it, buddy. Especially when I drew a Liliana. Jeez. Yeah, this is going to be rough for our opponent. And I think we're just going to run it back. I do kind of wonder if I should be playing like ultimate prices, but I really like the burn-based removal, and just rounding things out with like a Transgress seems like a pretty good thing to do. So now we're going to have to be on the draw. We had one game where I literally said what mistake I didn't want to make and then made it and lost the match because of it. And then our opponent had was short on lands and we just ran him over. So hopefully we get another good game here, though. Could have potentially already won the match. And we have a good hand, so that's a good start. We got our Tramplers. These guys are hit pretty hard. It's actually really nice, too, because we can go cast one of them on turn 2, and then on turn 3, we can cast another one, and use a removal spell. So that's kind of nice. And we've got to transgress. This guy seems problematic, especially since our opponent likes having things in his graveyard. Now, we could also just play the Stromkirk Condemned. I think I'm actually going to go for that. We're like a little short on black mana. And the Furyblades would like trade with a 2/2 zombie if he made it. Whereas we could make this a 3/3 so that he would have to trade his 2/2 discarded zombie and his Cryptbreaker if he wants to deal with it. I do want to kill that Jace ASAP. My opponent's deck's like got some powerful synergies. Jace sits around, it can do a pretty good job of neutralizing my creatures, so ooh, another Fire Tipper. So I guess I can just start by going to combat, right? See what he does. I don't think he can fill up his graveyard and flip his Jace. That would be crazy. Oh. I think it's a 3/3. When does it flip? It's like showing me all of the card. So just sacrifice 3 other creatures, thankfully. That could be a problem, though. Oh, wait, that's definitely a problem. If he plays the thing that makes 2 guys, he can sack his 2 guys, potentially just kill 2 of mine, but also make his thing a 6/5. 6/5 would be pretty hard for me to deal with. Yeah, it seems like a good time for Transgress the Mind. I prefer to have a little more. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's unfortunate for me. Scraps, Island, Sunken. Man, I hate discard spells. I really do. Dude, this is literally what I was trying to avoid. Oh my god. Man, I'm definitely going to lose. So, oh man, this is bad. So I think I put him to the test, and I just discard a Fiery Temper to kill his thing, and see if he wants to sack his entire team to flip it. Let's see, guy. You want to sack everything? Yes, he does. Well, it's going to be hard to beat. But at least I'm only losing one creature. Thankfully. And if I had a Grasp of Darkness, oh, that'd be nice. I can repopulate the board fairly quickly. I can cast 2 creatures and push in for 4 damage. So I really need mana, though. Man. My opponent... Oh, he wants to recast this. Oh, that's going to be bad for me. I think I'm going to be losing this one. I don't actually have anything that can kill this. And if I had a Grasp in Darkness, though, I would have just wrecked him. That would have been so great. And here my opponent kills me. Now he has 9 power on the board. He can Grasp in Darkness 1/1 blocker. And I'm toast. Sad times. Alright, on to the next one.